All right. Here we go. Going live here in a minute. Marcus Bell, what's going on, man? Got big news, man. Big news. So let's talk about that today. Got a few things to talk about. Bellator's big news. I want to know what that is, man. What you think it is, Marcus? You think it got a full schedule lined up for the summer? Or you think they just got one card announcement? I'm ready to know. I'm ready to know what Bellator's got in store for us, man. It's been a minute, bro. You know, we getting restless over here with Bellator. Ernest Richardson, what's going on, man? Yeah, so we'll get started here in a minute. Got a few things to talk about. Let's talk about, of course, Bellator. We'll talk about their big news. Fight week. You know, we got to talk about fight week. Macy Barber, Alexa Grasso, Jillian Robertson versus Miranda Maverick. Talk a little bit about those. And Stan Fairtex, man, I still haven't watched the fight yet, man, but I saw Stan Fairtex got submitted, man. What happened? I mean, I'm definitely not counting her out, but it was a shocker. So yeah, we're gonna have to go back and talk about that. That happened Friday, right? You know, I was busy watching the bare knuckle boxing, so I didn't really get a chance to focus on that fight, really, the ONE FC card. But yeah, man, ONE FC. I mean, they put their fights up for free, so I can go back and watch it, man. That's the one good thing about. Well, I won't say it's the one good thing about them, but that's definitely a plus with ONE FC. You know, they put their fights up for free. Yeah, I saw the little playback, Marcus. I saw the playback where it looked like she wasn't tapping, but kind of like she was tapping. You know, I think maybe she panicked a little about being in that hold, and she must have like, see, I'm ready to tap, but you know, then she was like, oh, I didn't mean to tap. So yeah, I'm gonna replay it now. I just want to replay the ending whenever I talk about it because I just want to see like what was her like motive there? Like why was she tapping? If she wasn't tapping, why was she like tapping a girl on the arm? What else going on, man? What else we bring up here? So yeah, we got fight week. We'll talk about that. Bare knuckle boxing this past Friday, it was on point. I definitely enjoyed the card. Um, it was definitely something to. It was worth the buy. It was definitely something to watch, man. I mean, all the fights on the bare knuckle card were on point. I enjoyed it. It was worth the $39.99. I put it that way. It wasn't like a killer pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like all the fights delivered, so it was worth it. All right, here's the playback for it. Hold on, I want to play the sound. But yeah, let's get started here, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Hold on, we'll get started here in a minute. 1 second, y'all. All right. All right, so Yeah, real quick, let's do a weekend wrap, man. Starting with the bare knuckle boxing Friday. I enjoyed it. I was in the middle of taking care of business at the same time, but I watched the majority of the cards. I enjoyed it, man. BKFC, I think it's on the rise. Um, I don't think it'll ever take place of like mixed martial arts. I don't think MMA will have any danger of being outshined by BKFC, but I think that a lot of people are definitely going to like gravitate. Like there will be some competitive moments. I think if BKFC gets to a point where they bring the action, there might be a point where their cards can compete with like a Bellator card on a Friday, if that makes sense. Like if this news isn't really big coming up tomorrow, I think somebody like BKFC could like compete with Bellator. They'll definitely be able to do that. Because the turnout for the BKFC card, and as far as people just tuning in, it was pretty big. It was pretty big, and I know you gotta say it was a Paige Van Zandt, her debut. She definitely contributed to a lot of the viewers, but with her bringing those viewers in and all these other fighters on the card just performing the way they did, I think it was definitely a plus because she got everybody to look, but it was all the other fighters on the card that got everybody to stay, if that makes sense. Like everybody stayed to watch because all of these fighters on the card were putting on good performances. So I think as a whole, the BKFC card was a success. Good knockouts. There was that one fight between Taylor Starling and what's her name, Segala, Charissa Segala. That fight was good. It was a lot of back and forth action. Paige Britton fight was good. Some of these other guys on the card didn't know they were just scoring some good knockouts. Roger, what's going on? So overall, I think it was just like a good, enjoyable, entertaining card. I don't think MMA will ever have any danger of being outshined by it though, because BKFC is still like a home for some ex-boxers, ex-MMA fighters that just want to go in there and put it all on the line like that. But yeah, definitely, it was definitely worth the purchase though. I mean, when you look at their price too, it would definitely make people say, well, let me go over here and watch this. That a lot of people will gravitate towards it. The Britton and Paige fight, it was pretty much like I called it. I didn't really have any doubt that Britton would lose this fight. I just felt like Paige, what's the word? Like Paige is tough. Paige is a girl that likes to show that she has heart, but how do I put it? The go get 'em attitude ain't there really. Like the killer instinct isn't really there. Like it's one thing to want to jump off a building and show that you're not scared of heights or you're not scared of skydiving, but it's another thing to actually want to accomplish something when you get in there. You know what I mean? Like somebody will get in a cage with a bear just to get in there, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win, right? You got to have the right tools to take it on and beat that bear. You know what I mean? Like I still feel like Paige, she's in that mindset where she wants to prove that she has the heart, but I want to see her with the tools to actually win. It still goes hand in hand to be like a top level fighter, to have the heart, but then again have the skill set to win too. Like if you look at Wmma can take a beating, but she can also win. She can also come back and win a fight. She didn't just go in there. Her last fights out where she did get beat up and didn't put on a good performance too. Like Paige, she'll go in there, take a beating and win a moral victory. But it's even like I said, and even Andre Ward said it, there really is no moral victory in combat sports. Like what's the point of you going in there surviving 12 rounds if you're never trying to come up with a way to win? I mean, like Paige had her moments in this fight, but there was never really like a moment where you could say, oh, she won the fight. I know the punch output. I was looking at the punch output, like the the CompuBox numbers. They were already on the verge of trying to rob Britain Hart. I was like, how do y'all have Paige landing more punches? She's not even throwing more. You got Britain over here landing more punches and connecting. So I'm like, come on now, y'all are trying to rob her already. So it was one of those situations where you knew that the judges were going to be in favor. So Britain had to do what she had to do. She had to go in there and prove she had the better skill set. And that's what I knew she had. Like, okay, she's 2-4 in bare knuckle boxing. Fought some tough competition in boxing. She's 4-4. But what is Paige? You know, like, what is Paige? Like, Paige, this is her debut. On top of that, she's never really had success with her hands in MMA, you know? She's been able to show that she can take a punch, but she's never really been the one knocking people out or laying people out. So, yeah, it was just like all that you had to factor in and just say, okay, like, Paige has no chance. If she can't beat a Britain Hart, what makes you think she's going to beat Beck Rollins in bare knuckle boxing, you know, if they happen to have a rematch? So it was just one of those situations. But yeah, it was a good fight, you know, and they definitely bring the action. I mean, the girl Jenny Savage, she got into the ring and tried to call Britain out. Britain dumped the water on her head, made her run. So I was just like, yeah, this is I like what they're kind of bringing to the table, you know, bringing a lot of action. Call outs up in here too. So that's another thing that they're kind of showing that, hey, the women in MMA, even the men in MMA, some of them are, you know, shying away from call outs. So I think that's something we're getting treated to in bare knuckle boxing in the future. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought of the card in the comment section. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I definitely see BKFC picking up, and I could see them picking up fighters who don't have a successful MMA career. You know, shout out to the coach. We were talking about that in his live stream yesterday. Like, I might do a show. Like, I might do a segment on that. Like, what WMMA fighters can survive in bare knuckle boxing or have a successful career. You know what? Let me see. Like, I had named a few yesterday, but I might do a little segment on that. Say, okay, Megan Anderson, she could probably have a successful career in BKFC. Who else? Sarge Eubank. You know, it takes pressure, ability to apply pressure, ability to take a punch, be rough and rugged, and have power. You know, like, Megan's not necessarily like a rough and rugged fighter, but she's such a hard puncher, man. Like, she's got so many tools that could favor her when it just comes down to hands, you know. So somebody like her, that would be interesting to see her in BKFC, especially with the way things are going with the featherweight division. You could probably see Megan Anderson getting like a big contract, making more and more money in BKFC if things don't work out in the UFC, man. So yeah, man, jumping over here. Let's see. Bellator, as y'all see in the background here, Bellator's got some big news. Big news is supposed to be announced tomorrow, which they need to do because a lot of fans are getting restless. You know, people have been asking, when is Bellator coming back? People are saying, Bellator, they've kind of fallen off. But recently they posted this special announcement. Let's see. The earliest I seen here was today, 10:45 this morning. It says big news. Big news coming Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can watch it on YouTube, on Bellator's YouTube channel. So they're going to do like a virtual event. And with this virtual event, let me see. What are they saying? Let's see. All right, so with this little press conference they're holding, they're going to be announcing like the next couple of fights coming up. So let me read it here. All right, let's pull this up. All right, so it says MMA Fighting recently reported that Bellator opted out of a February start date for undisclosed reasons. So yeah, they killed that. And they said their first big event of the year will take place Friday, April 9th. April 9th of 2021. It's possible that Tuesday's event will confirm that report and reveal the card for same event and for future events for the 2021 schedule. All right, so wow, man, they decided to not come back in February, not come back in March, but they're gonna come back in April. April 9th is going to be the first card for Bellator. And they said that this press conference is supposed to either just announce this event or it's going to announce future events as well, or maybe the whole card for 2021. So, I mean, my thoughts on the whole situation there, man, it's like, okay, man, if they really want to compete and have fighters and keep their fighters happy, man, they got to stay on it. They got to be a little bit more consistent. I mean, I don't know what the holdup is here because, like I said, it was undisclosed reasons why they canceled the start date in February, you know. So the more and more they push it back, more and more fighters are going to be unhappy. Fans are going to be unhappy, you know. Hold on here. But yeah, I'm just glad they're announcing something right now. I'm just glad they're about to come up with something here because yeah, didn't they just go over to CBS and like sign that new deal to have their fights put on CBS Sports? So yeah, they really need to start like capitalizing on that. They really need to start capitalizing and start putting out more cards. Like, I mean, the earliest we get is April, so it starts in April. I hope from there they just keep going. Like we have at least, I don't want to be greedy and say 2 a month because I don't even think they could do that. But like 2 cards, maybe 1 card a month until the end of the year, you know. But hopefully, I know a lot of y'all are hoping that the one fight that's coming up on April 9th is, hold on here. Oh, there we go. Juliana Velasquez versus Denise Kielholtz. I mean, that's the fight I'm looking forward to. So hopefully April 9th is the date for that card, for that fight, excuse me. And hopefully that's the announcement tomorrow, man. That's the only thing that's really making me anticipate this press conference tomorrow. I mean, what do y'all think? Like, what's some other major fights do y'all think that's coming up? I'm sure they might announce like a Chris Cyborg fight for maybe like a future card if they do some future events. You know, if they announce like the future schedule, potential schedule, maybe they'll announce like a Chris Cyborg fight. Kat Zingano, since she signed her deal, maybe she's got a fight coming back. But I'm really interested in these flyweights right now, man. I want to see Denise Kielholtz and Juliana Velasquez fight, man. Yeah, but let me know what y'all think about that, man. I just hope that they really do come through with something because people are waiting. You know, people are getting restless with Bellator. You know, we've had how many UFC cards scheduled so far this month? 3. Yeah, we have 3 this month so far. So you look, I'm ready, man. I'm just ready for Bellator to come back and really let these flyweights and all of these fighters, flyweights, featherweights, whatever, just start fighting now, man. So yeah, if y'all can't see it right there, tomorrow is Bellator's big news coming. Tuesday, February 9th, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So you just go to the YouTube channel here on for Bellator and just tune into that to see what's up, man. So yeah, I'll be checking it out tomorrow. So okay, let's see. So yeah, man, let's talk about this fight week coming up. Of course, I'm going to do my breakdowns for these fights coming up. I'll probably put them out tomorrow or Wednesday. Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso, man. UFC 258, man. I can't believe this is a co-main event. This got bumped up to, either was bumped up to a co-main event or was already just set as a co-main event. I mean, like, that's what's up though, man. I mean, we need to see more women fights like this, you know, as co-main events on cards, because this is a good fight right here. Macy versus Alexa Grasso. I think this is a big chance for Alexa Grasso to make a statement. You know, this is a big comeback for Macy. Macy's been out for how long now? Let me see here. Pull this thing up here. Yeah, January 18th, 2020 was her last fight. So yeah, she's been out for almost a year. So she's got to come back in here, build that momentum back up, go back and pick up where she left off in the flyweight division. This is Alexa Grasso, her second fight in the flyweight division. So, you know, she's coming back with something to prove as well. Alexa Grasso, I think this is a good style matchup. You know, this is going to be a good striking battle. But it's just one of those fights where you got to think, man, like, Alexa is that fighter where she can't go easy. You know, she can't go easy on a fighter like Macy Barber. You can't take your foot off the gas on a fighter like Macy Barber. You know, Macy Barber is one of those fighters that I think she's still lacking some things as far as in her skill set, but her attitude as far as going in there and wanting it, it's there. You know, the killer instinct is there with her. You know, the confidence is there with Macy Barber. You know, you really got to dominate her to beat her. You know, you either got to get her out of there, you got to dominate her like Roxanne Modafferi did. And I think Alexa Grasso, that's going to be her battle. You know, that's really going to be her battle. Oh, hang on for a second. Ernest said Bellator is ran like a circus, even though its revenues are going up. Yeah, I mean, like, they really need like a good layout similar to the UFC, even if they can't put out as many cards. They really need like a set schedule for these fighters. You know, they really need to be more in tune with the fighters, and as far as them being active. You know, like I said, even if they can't even put 2 cards on a month, at least once a month, because they're not coming back till April right now, Ernest. So yeah, that's telling you something, man. Like, I'm sure a lot of these fighters are getting restless. Wendy Clear, what's going on? Wendy Clear said, I want Bellator to announce Cyborg versus Ngannou. Ooh, I'm hoping they announce separate fights with him, man. Like, seeing Ngannou in there right now, man. Ooh, that with Chris Cyborg is, I know that's why she came over there. Supposedly, that's why she came to Bellator, was to challenge for the featherweight title. But I really don't want to see. I really don't want to see that fight. That's a dangerous fight, man. TJ, what's going on? Yeah, TJ said I want Kat to retire. Yeah, like, after her last performance out, you know, her comeback fight, it was good on that level. But when you're talking about somebody like Cyborg who's getting better, and I'm talking about dangerously better, you know what I mean, where it's like dangerous to these other featherweights, I don't think you really want to put a fighter like Kat in there with her. Even if it was for a bag. I mean, if Kat wants it as the last fight, I mean, okay. You got to make sure that's your last fight, because I know that fight's gonna be hell. But yeah, Wendy Clear, Ernest, the fight that I want to see announced is Denise Kielholtz, you know, challenging Juliana Velasquez for her belt. I hope that's the announcement. I hope they at least announce like 3 or 4 cards planned for the up to the summer. Can't just be one announcement. So, but yeah, so going back to Alexa Grasso, like Alexa Grasso, I feel like her biggest battle going into this fight is really going to be her ability to try to close the show, and really, if she can't close the show, really dominating and looking good. You know, I think sometimes she'll let up in a round, which is dangerous. You know, some fighters take rounds off, but some fighters, sometimes Alexa, she'll take off in the midst of an exchange or in the midst of a moment where she can kind of like close in and close the show. You know what I mean? So this has got to be a fight where Alexa has to step on the gas, take advantage of the abilities that she has, and says, "Look, I'm the better striker. I'm faster. Let's make this an easy night for us. You know, let's take Macy to school. You know, let's not stand in front of her. Let's show her that we got the footwork, we got the speed, we got the mobility to do this. You know." And this is a fight for Macy to say, "Look, I'm still here. You know, I'm in the top 10. Look, I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna do that by showcasing this power and this next level of my ability to cut the octagon off, go in there, and just crowd Alexa Grasso. You know, because she's not really gonna be able to box with her. I know that she's not gonna be able to box with Alexa Grasso, so she's gonna have to punch with her. You know, you got to be a puncher, not a boxer. You know, cut her off, throw them heavy left hands, them left jabs to the chest, switch levels, close in on Alexa, don't give her room to breathe, and, you know, line up them overhand rights. You know, that's what that's what Macy Barber has. You know, she does have that ability. She has that great equalizer, you know, so that is something that she's going to have to really she's gonna have to make it be known early in this fight. TJ said, "I still don't understand how these promotions can have a fighter known to have brain damage step in the octagon. Seems like a lawsuit would be in play." Yeah, man. Very, very sick sometimes. You think of that, like, fighter with brain damage, like, oh man, like, I can't even picture that happening. Like, if you've shown signs of brain damage, that's it. You know, we got to ban you. Like, no suspension. We just got to revoke your license. You know, that's how they used to do in boxing with some fighters. Like, until I think they started doing other things like taking money under the table. I think for a while, you know, they would straight up revoke your boxing license in certain states, and some fighters would try to go overseas. You know, which is okay. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. But over here in the States, we take them license. You know, that's how they used to do. Ernest said, "I got a sinking feeling Macy is going to clock Grasso out of work with a wild hook and do a cringe promo on the mic in the post fight." Yeah, man, like, I have to go back and look at some of Alexa's fights, but it's like Alexa Grasso, I don't see her head moving too much. Like, she's got defense. She's got the hands high defense when she comes in. You know, she'll kind of come in, chin tuck, hands up. But sometimes if she stays in there too long, she can still get hit, like, straight up the middle and around the sides. And I'm just, you know, thinking right now, I already can kind of see Macy, like, cracking, you know, even through the guard with the right hand, you know. So this got to be a fight where Alexa's really got to use the speed, you know. Is she faster at flyweight than she is? I mean, even though she has gone up in weight, is she faster? You think she is faster at flyweight than she was at strawweight? I mean, really, I don't know. Like, we got to see first. I mean, she looked fast against her last opponent. But as time goes on, you get faster? Not really. I mean, she's 27, but still. Grasso is also going to be guaranteed nervous since she's co-main event on the pay-per-view. Yeah, her being main event, it's like co-main event. It's definitely going to be a shake-up for her. I think it's going to be more of a shake-up for Grasso than it is for Barber, because Macy Barber, she feeds off that type of energy. You know, that's what she wants. Stamina, what's going on? Like, Macy Barber, she thrives off that type of energy. That's why she says some crazy stuff sometimes, you know, like, I want to break John Jones' record. I'm going to be the best flyweight. You know, she says certain things because she's looking for that type of attention, you know. So now that she is co-main event, I think it's really going to feed to the fire of her really going in there to show. But the question is, does she got the skill set to make it happen against Alexa Grasso? You know, I know she's got the power, but does she got the skill set to really go in there and outwork Alexa Grasso if needed, clinch up with Alexa Grasso, or to get the takedown and work? Does she got all of that? Because she can definitely put the spotlight on her with her talk, you know. So she's going to be more so ready in that aspect, like that the pressure of being, you know, that co-main event is it's not really as much there for Macy as it is for Alexa. From what I see, you know, just off of how both of these fighters come to, you know, their character, how they come to perform. But yeah, I'm gonna do my breakdown, like I said, and I'll probably drop it tomorrow or Wednesday, because I really think it's gonna be a good fight. I think there's gonna be some competitive moments, but man, one right hand, one left hook could change this fight. You know, one right hand, left hook from Macy Barber could really change this fight. But Grasso got some good, precise shots. Like Alexa might not have the same power, but if she was to land like just a straight up accurate shot right on the chin, hey, we don't know what could happen. All right, you never know, man. Stamina said Barber is deluded enough to plow through any unfavorable odds. I'm more confident Grasso's crumbling than I am for her to triumph, and I want her to win. The fight is only co-main event due to Barber. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, the reason this is co-main event is all Macy Barber. You know, she's number 10 with the mouth on her. Alexa Grasso unranked, so yeah, she's definitely not carrying any weight. This is only her second fight at flyweight, so yeah, she's not carrying any type of weight as far as main event, co-main event, or even co-main event attraction. So it's all Macy. You know, Macy's got to kind of carry some of this flyweight division on her back as far as her being the vocal ones. You know what I mean? Like, not too many vocal ladies in the flyweight division right now. Who talks a lot? Who else talks a lot besides her? Calvillo talks. But Macy's kind of the one that's more so out there. Lauren Murphy will talk a little bit, but as far as like call outs and just saying crazy stuff, that's Macy Barber. So yeah. Yeah, that too stamina. Like Grasso, I could see her not pulling the trigger in this fight, even when the moment comes. Like, if she was to have Macy busted up and rocked, I still don't see her stopping her, because she clocked Carla in their fight a couple of times, and she did not capitalize. Like, there was a moment when she like hurt Carla, and I was like, here it come. She about to get her out of there, and she kind of backed off. I was like, what are you doing? You know? Yeah. I see. That's why I agree with you on that. That's why it is undeserving. Like, that's how you know it's undeserving. I keep forgetting she is number 15 stamina. Like, I still keep thinking she's unranked. I know she got pushed up because somebody dropped off the rank. I can't think. Like, I know Jillian Robertson dropped off the ranking, but yeah. I keep forgetting she's number 15, yeah, because yeah, she hasn't really done anything to get into the top 15. So yeah. Yeah, Stamina. I can't help it, man. Like, I keep going back to that fight, man. Like, it boiled my blood too, because I was like, there was so many moments, and when Carla got it, I was like, well, there you go. Like, Carla got it. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Yes, TJ, no killer instinct. No killer instinct. Too laid back. BJ, what's going on? BJ, no filter MMA in the house. What's the Bellator news? They got a press conference tomorrow, BJ. If you can see the background there, I posted. If you can't read it all, uh, big news coming February 9th. It's going to be a Bellator's YouTube channel. They got like a press conference, BJ, at 4 p.m. tomorrow. They're going to announce the April 9th card. So Bellator is not coming back till April 9th, BJ. I'm not sure if this is going to be like a full schedule announcement where they announce their schedule for 2021, or they're just going to talk about who's fighting on this April 9th card. So yeah, that's what it is, BJ. So yeah, go to Bellator's YouTube channel tomorrow and check it out at 4 p.m. They're doing that live stream there. Ernest said Macy got dropped by Granny. Grasso can do it too. Yeah, I think she could do it. Did Roxanne drop her, or did she like hurt her leg at that time? I can't remember. I can't remember. Like I saw like the left hook land for Roxanne, and then she like fell back, and like the leg was like, I can't remember if she twisted something too. I mean, she did catch it though. TJ said that's not how that works though. Sure, she can do it, but she overthinks too much, right? Can isn't good enough. We need will. Yeah, I need will. I need will. Because can say, okay, I can, but do you choose to? Are you gonna step your game up? No, I need you to say, look, I will do this. You know. Oh, is that what you think, BJ? You think it'll be the McFarlane rematch and Zingano Cyborg? Man, like I wanted it to be Kill-Holtz, man. It's got to be Velasquez and Kill-Holtz, BJ. Yeah, Marcus. She sure did. Yeah, JJ Aldrich did drop Macy. She rocked her bad too. Like JJ was putting some hands on her. JJ Aldrich was boxing the hell out of Macy Barber and catching her, but that equalizer came in and took her out. BJ said Roxy jabbed her and she fell. Yeah, I thought like it was a mixture of a jab and her twisting her leg too. Like it was either like that jab or left hook, and then she like twisted her leg. I don't think it was Roxanne's full on power. But I mean, it got her where she needed to be, though. You know what I mean? That's what really counts. But I didn't think it was like some great power from Roxanne that put her down. Ernest said Kill-Holtz could slump half of the UFC flyweights in her debut on some Mike Chandler type. Yeah. Yeah, Denise Kill-Holtz, I think she can at least beat in the top 10. I could see her beating Jessica Ai, Lauren Murphy. I could see her beating Cynthia Calvillo. I could see her beat Viviana Araujo would be interesting though. BJ said McFarlane deserves a rematch. Any long reigning champion does. Rules apply to Alima too. If she wants it, BJ, like, does she want it? I'm not knocking her saying she's got no heart or nothing like that. I'm just saying like, because I haven't been keeping up with her too much, but I mean, if she's screaming for the rematch and she's saying, I can do it, then that might be a different story. But like, does she want to go right back in there? Or does she want to take another fight to work on some stuff? I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. Any long reigning champion does deserve it. But yeah, like I said, like if they want it, okay, you said she said she wanted it. Okay. Velasquez too, like she didn't step on the gas in that fight like the way I thought she would have, Stamina said Grasso has better boxing than Aldridge, but that tenacity, somebody needs to piss Alexa off. We need her to Yeah. Um, yeah, Grasso's got, I don't know though. Like, I say Aldridge got some really good boxing though. Like, I think, yeah, I'd say maybe Alexa Grasso's about a couple notches over Aldridge. I was really impressed with what Aldridge was able to do in there. But the thing is, like, it's hard to say because Alexa don't really commit sometimes, and commitment's a big part of making it work and making me say, yeah, you are one of the best at what you do. Um, I might, yeah, I'll say Grasso's a couple notches above Aldridge, but not too far ahead of her. Well, maybe a few, yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good fight, man. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and break it down. I'm gonna go back and break it down. Like I said, I'm gonna break. I got a couple breakdowns for these fights. Macy, Alexa. All right, and Jillian Robinson versus Miranda Maverick. That's what we're gonna talk about next. Okay, so next big fight on this card I'm looking forward to is, of course, well, I'm looking forward to this fight even more so. I'm looking forward to Jillian Robertson versus Miranda Maverick. All right. So, yeah, I am going to do my breakdown prediction for this and I'll drop it. And this video, this stream, I just want to talk about the fight as a whole, man. Talked about this with BJ on his channel Friday. I feel like this is a fight where both fighters have to make statements for different reasons. You know, this is Miranda Maverick's second fight in the UFC. She scored a first round stoppage her first go round, but you know it was like a doctor stoppage. So I think some people still want to question that, right, BJ? Some people still want to question Miranda Maverick's power, right, BJ? You know, they still want to question it. So she has to go in there and make another big statement over a fighter like this, again, right, BJ? And Jillian Robertson. And I think this is a good opponent. Next to Montana Del Rosa, I feel like either one of these fighters here, one of these unranked fighters, was a good return for Miranda Maverick. You know, this is a good fight because Jillian Robertson, she's one of those fighters that holds the records for some of the most wins in the flyweight division. A lot of UFC experience she carries. You know, so we'll see how somebody like Miranda Maverick can do against a fighter like that. You know, we want to see how Miranda Maverick can go in there and handle a veteran, a UFC veteran, in Jillian Robertson. All right, BJ said, I mean, Joe Jua did run right into that elbow. You know who else is going to run right into an elbow? Do you know, BJ? But I like this match again because, like I said, this is a slow graduation for Miranda. You know, you got to go in there and make a statement on your debut, like she did against Joe Jua. Maybe go in there against one or two unranked fighters, depending on how you look on the first one. Like a fighter like Jillian Robertson, you want to go in there with this level of a veteran and see what she offers. You know, see what type of trouble she gives you. See what type of pressure you put on yourself in a fight with a fighter like Jillian Roberts. Can you just go in there and make it an easy night? If you can do that, then hey, we'll take you to the next level. You know, but if it's a fight that you struggle in, then you might say, okay, we need to go back and maybe work on taking on another solid fighter with ground game like Jillian Robertson. You know. And what's crazy is, you know, when you look at the records here, of course, Jillian has a more UFC experience. She's 9-5. Miranda Maverick is 10-2, and you know most of her wins came majority of her wins came out of the UFC. You know, they came from Invicta and some other organizations, but that doesn't mean she's green. You know, definitely doesn't mean she's green. Jillian Robertson's only 2 years older than her. She just had a chance to kind of bud a little bit more so than Miranda, which to me this could kind of benefit Miranda because Jillian might have came into the game a little earlier than needed, where she might have put more years on her MMA career. So the hunger could kind of be, dwindling a little bit there, where Miranda's kind of been graduating slowly. And with Miranda graduating this way, taking each fight one step at a time, her hunger's just like slowly building. So they're fighters around the same age, but in MMA years and experience years, they're kind of different. They're definitely in different zones right now. BJ said, unfortunately, Miranda Maverick won't run into any elbows from Jillian. Instead, she'll be on her back, be taking them. Wow. He said she's going to be on her back, taking them. Maverick didn't make it into the tough house. Wow. Ooh, he's really trying to cut deep on this. She didn't need to. She became a champion when she won the Invicta FC tournament. So, how many, you could be in the tough house, but hey, what's that? At least you won the tournament. See, at least Miranda won this tournament. And she beat a veteran at that. So yeah, man. So I think both of these fighters have different levels of experience. One, Jillian Robertson has that UFC experience where, she's been there, done that. Some of the pressures that Miranda's going to feel, the jitters that Miranda feels, Jillian ain't going to feel. I can't say that. That's my phone going off. Hang on. Miranda Maverick is that fighter that, hold on, what did BJ say? Look at BJ. Emily Whitmire got in over Maverick. Look at him. He is talking. Okay. Some people graduate different, though. You know what I mean? Like, it all depends on what you make of it. Like, Emily Whitmire versus Miranda Maverick. Like, who do you feel like is in a better position right now, though? Emily Whitmire got a fight coming up with Sam Hughes, so yeah, we'll see. So you getting that tough house. It don't mean a lot, man. It don't mean a lot. I mean, it's good for your exposure, but it's all in what you do with it too. So I think the tough house doesn't necessarily work for some fighters. I think, if you're the type of fighter that needs to just, be around your camp and really work and not have to worry about cameras, I think that'll benefit you. And I think that was much better for somebody like Miranda Maverick. I think she's a fighter that's, tight with her camp. And she's not really playing into all those antics of, the TV and lights and cameras like that. So it's much better for her to not be in a situation like the tough house. So, going into the tough house, you're looking for different things too, not necessarily looking for skill. It's also looking at character too, And I still think Miranda Maverick could beat a fighter like Emily Whitmire, though. BJ said I'm a Whitmire fan. I like Whitmire. Yeah, I like Emily Whitmire. I like Emily, though. I like Emily Whitmire. Yeah, nothing against her. I like her. BJ said she ain't eating Robertson. No. Okay, we'll see, man. But let me ask you this, BJ. Like, how much improvement has been made? BJ? Let me ask you this: how much improvement has been made in the camp for Jillian Robertson against somebody who has tools under the belt like Miranda Maverick? How much improvement has been made since the last fight against Taylor Santos? Yeah, answer that, BJ. Like, how much improvement do you think has been made? Serious question. Like to handle a budding, well-rounded fighter. Robertson is more winnable. Is a more winnable fight for her than Montana De La Rosa. Ooh, let me see there. Oh yeah. I agree with you on that. We talked about that. We talked about that, BJ. Yeah. I think Jillian Robertson is a more winnable fight, just for different reasons. Like Montana's got that dangerous factor where you slip up and you get caught sleeping, she will get you. BJ, she will get you. But Robertson, Jillian Robertson doesn't have that power either, like Montana De La Rosa. But I see Miranda Maverick beating both of them, in my opinion. But I think Robertson is. I think she'll beat more. I think she could beat them both convincingly, in my opinion, but different fashions. But let me see. What kind of threats? Well, see, Montana De La Rosa, she poses like the power threat and the strength threat more so than Jillian Robertson will. I will say that. Coach, what's going on? Coach said not much. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know how much has changed since the Taylor fight, and now she's taking Miranda, because that's two tough back-to-back fights. BJ says she's been training with Wonder Boy. We didn't get to see it in the Santos fight, but I think we will see it in this fight. Been training with Wonder Boy. We didn't get to see it in that fight. Well, why didn't we get to see it, BJ, man? Like, we supposed to see that. We supposed to see them results, man. We supposed to see them results, man. We supposed to see that stuff come through. I know it's just a little switch up, but we supposed to start seeing them hands already, man. BJJ, yeah, it's in your name. It's in your name. It's in BJ's name. That's why he's a Jillian Robertson fan. Ride or die. That's what he ride or die with him. So let me think, BJ. Like what is Jillian going to show in this fight that's going to shock us? Like what is she going to throw that's going to shock us, man? What is she going to throw out there that's going to shock us in this Miranda fight? Like, what is she going to do to nullify what Miranda brings to the table? Let's see. Because Miranda's got experience too. Like, not UFC experience, but she's definitely got some experience against some good fighters. Like, you got to remember she beat the fashion that she submitted Deanna Bennett, and what's her name? Let me look at this. Pearl Gonzalez too, man. Yeah, like the way she just went in there and handled Pearl like physically, and then submitted Deanna Bennett in that third round where she just closed the show. Man, we'll see more confidence in her striking. Yeah, okay, we gonna need to see more striking from Jillian at this point. Like, we got to see it, man. We got to see it. Like, if it don't come out in this fight, BJ, then when is it gonna come out? It's got to be. You got to have some type of jab going into a fight with Miranda. You needed a jab going in there with Taylor Santos. Like, she connected with like one or two in that Taylor Santos fight, but she didn't stay on it. Don't go in there thinking that I gotta take it to the ground right away. Like, get comfortable on your feet. Start acting a little bit more confident. He said Jillian savagely submitted Molly McCann. Is the Molly McCann submission a better win than Pearl Gonzalez? What do y'all think? Is it a better win than submitting to Deanna Bennett? I mean, I know Molly McCann's still in the UFC, but still, like, what's the ground game like on a Molly McCann though versus a Deanna Bennett? Huh? What you think, BJ? Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, Molly McCann, how many times has she been submitted now? Let me see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, she's only been submitted once, but I mean, still. Yeah, I'm looking at the record now. Yeah, okay, McCann. Yeah, I can see McCann being a better win than Bennett. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, yeah, McCann is a better win than Bennett. I don't see that, BJ. She was not beating Miranda up, man. Like, it was only one round. Like, she was not beating Miranda up in that fight, man. You connect with a couple of shots, and then, you know, Miranda just makes the adjustment, starts catching her and landing good punches. I'm like, that's what I saw. I didn't see Miranda get beat up in there, man. In only one round. I mean, come on, like, who got the nose open? Back at Miranda up. Okay, what is backing a fighter up? Like, backing him up by choice, or was she just trying to use lateral movement? You know, Miranda Maverick could just be using lateral movement. Like, why come forward and oh, BJ over here distracted talking about this. Praise who? I ain't talking about that. If you could choose to back up, right? That doesn't necessarily mean you doing damage. I'm looking at the fight right now. I see Miranda in the center of the octagon, and she's not backing up. She's stepping side to side. She's measuring her range. BJ said my stream is glitching. No, your brain is glitching, man. My stream is running fine right now. I see Liana Jojua standing right in front of her, zero defense, throwing the same right hand. And I see a fighter in Miranda who's being smart by not standing in front of her. So yeah, you will move side to side and you will back up. Okay, so yeah, okay. Miranda is backing up. But that's how you got to do to measure distance. Like, when that fighter takes a step forward, you take a step backward. What, his brain beat stamina? You said BJ's right. It was shorting out for a bit. You talking about his brain or the stream? Oh, you talking about my? I thought you were talking about my fight I was watching. I thought you were talking about the fight. I didn't know you actually meant the stream. Okay, because I had the screen up here. I'm watching the fight, and after that I had to come back. So yeah, I didn't know it was glitching there. All right, we back though, right? We good though, right? Says the stream. I ain't in the middle of y'all been. If you in the stream stamina, you gonna have it. You gonna get it all, man. If you in the stream, you in here. Exactly. BJ said you banner too. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you in here, If you in the middle, look, if you standing in the middle of us swinging, you gonna catch a punch too, man. And you gonna try to throw back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this fight, BJ. Like, look, she going to the body, BJ. She going to the head. This range that Miranda's keeping, like, would Jillian be able to keep up with this, man? Tell me that, BJ. Will she be able to keep up with the range and the striking? Because you got to remember, with Jillian shooting in for a takedown, that's going to add to the impact of a counter punch coming. So when a person's coming in fast, they're coming in hot. They're already adding to that impact of the punch that's coming. You add that in, and you don't have to throw as hard. You know, they're gonna knock themselves out. You know what I mean? Hey, Genesis, what's going on? You gotta tell me something, BJ. Like, okay, well, BJ said, Jillian gonna do what she wanna do. What is she gonna do, man? Like, I gotta know. BJ said doesn't matter. Casey tried to play that range game with Jillian. Jillian still got the takedowns easily. That's because Jillian ain't got that's because Courtney ain't got takedown defense, man. Like, Courtney ain't got the takedown defense. She doesn't really have the ground game. I feel like her feet are too flat. They're too set. And, you know, on her back, she's just a fish out of water, man. Courtney was just a fish out of water in that fight. Crazy, man. Yeah, like, yeah, she did have her way with Courtney, but yeah, like, Miranda's too quick, I think. She's just too much, you know, much more athletic. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, early look. Yeah, like, I think I'm just looking here, like, from the southpaw stance, Miranda is working a good left hand, and she's never like in one place. So yeah, Jillian's gonna have trouble like trying to get a takedown straight up, man. Like, she's gonna have trouble getting, if you're constantly moving your hands and just moving. And Joe Jewell, very slow with the hands. She wanted to get in. Miranda fought a smart fight. She didn't let Joe Jewell try to get her to the ground. You know, she fought a very smart fight there. BJ said, well, we gonna see how good Maverick is off her back. Yeah. We're gonna see how strong Jillian's gotten since the last fight, how she handles this strength, BJ. Stamps, I'm rewatching it now. Dang, she switched it up on her, put the elbow on her face too, man. Damn. Yeah, gonna be an interesting fight though. Gonna be an interesting fight. I think that still going with Miranda. I think she's gonna win this either by stoppage or decision, BJ. If you got something to say, BJ, let me know. You know, I'll drop you a link. You know, I know you can tell me something I don't know about Jillian Robertson. I need you to convince me there's something that she has in her tool belt that she can use in this fight coming up, man. I know you don't want to give secrets away, but you know something. All right, yeah, but real quick, man, I didn't even know, like, wow, man, Stan Fairtex, like I said, She had lost this Friday. I was busy watching that bare knuckle card, and I saw she got submitted. It was a weird stoppage. I didn't watch the fight, but I just watched a little playback. Um, what is her name? Aliona Rasahina. Yeah, she made Stan Fairtex tap. She made Stan Fairtex tap, and it's kind of a weird stoppage. I was just looking at the highlight here. Like, I don't know why she was tapping like on the arm like that. Like, what's up with that guillotine? Like, then she was complaining. I'm about to go back and watch the fight, really though. You know, I gotta watch the whole thing and see what happened. I'll probably talk about it in another video. But yeah, she lost this Friday, man. I think Stan Fairtex is still gonna be a good fighter, like as far as like a star, you know. That was just one little slip up, made a mistake. You know, I heard she was winning the fight before that submission loss. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch that fight though. I was just looking at the playback here on 1 second. Hold on. So Stamp Fairtex is in a guillotine. What the heck? She taps with the left hand. And then she kind of throws her hands up and she's shaking her head no. But she did tap. The girl had a guillotine on her. And she did tap. Like, she did tap. That was weird. Like, why is she complaining though? Okay, BJ said y'all tune in Thursday at 6:15 p.m. Leah Letson coming on. Gonna talk about why she's been gone and her return. Okay, yeah, we're gonna tune into that, man. 6:15, Leah Letson. No Filter MMA got Leah Letson coming in the building. Jojo had 1 good minute in this fight, the first one. So he leaking already, yeah. Yeah, BJ, definitely. We're gonna tune into that, man. We definitely gonna tune in. I ain't seen Letson in forever, man. Like, yeah, like I still follow her on Instagram, but like I need to hear it. Yeah, I need to hear what she's been up to. So I'm definitely tuning in, man. But yeah, man, I'm hoping that this thing for Bellator, I hope this news, just going back, I just want to go thanks. There we go. Yeah, I'm just hoping this news about Bellator, man, this press conference tomorrow, I hope this junk is like some legit stuff, man. I hope it's just like an actual schedule for 2021. I mean, it sucks it's April 9th. You know, that's the first Bellator card we're going to get. I just hope that it is Keelholtz taking over Velasquez, you know. I hope it's some good fights. I hope they at least have 3 good events scheduled, you know, coming up either throughout. I hope they have a schedule all the way up to at least August or something. Because they're coming back 4 months deep. BJ said, yeah, she's ready to make a statement. She said if they match her up with Wolf, there might be a death. Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, when she come back to 145, that's going to be some, yeah, that's necessary, man. Because they need her at 145, really, man. Okay, let me see here. Hang on for 1 second. Y'all got to do something real quick. 1 second. All right, I'm back here. All right. So yeah, BJ. Yeah, she's not gonna cut down to 135. I hope not. Yeah, I don't think she can. She can't do that. He said Leah ain't built to be skinny. No, like she ain't got the frame for that, man. Like her body needs to be at 145. Like some fighters, they force it. Like Macy Chase they'll force it down, but it'll affect their performance. But somebody like Leah Letson, like she ain't got the body type for that. She's got to be a featherweight. Yeah, Felicia Spencer, that would be a good fight with Leah Letson, though. So BJ, what do you think, man? I don't think I heard you talk too much. We might have talked about a little bit Macy versus Alexa. Yeah, how do you see that fight going, BJ? How do you see the Alexa versus Macy go? Oh, you got Grasso by decision. Okay, okay. It's still tough for me to call, man. I don't know. Like, I'm leaning towards Macy, but if Macy doesn't have their legs, I could see Grasso doing a thing. I could really see doing her thing. Spencer takes Letson down without much exertion, I feel. Um, it's hard to say because of inactivity, but I could see, I could really see, what is her name? Leah Letson. I like Leah Letson of old. I could see her working the clinch so much better. You know what I mean? Like I don't see her getting taken down that easy. But with the inactivity in the play, I don't know right now. Mark Robertson, what's going on? He said, "What's up?" I just heard the question. Oh, you got Grasso, Mark. How do you see Grasso doing it, Mark? By decision, Mark. Because yeah, she's Leah Lesson. I can't see it without. It's going to take some doing getting her down. Because yeah, like Leah Lesson's strong. She's a very strong, durable girl. So I don't see her just going down with ease. I know Spencer's like a rough and rugged. She's ready to go type fighter, but still. But then again, like I said, I got to factor in inactivity too. I got to factor in the rust right now. Yeah, TJ. Yeah, she'll need a soft touch before you get a Spencer, though. Yeah, like, and Wolf is definitely soft touch for it. 1-0. So yeah. Mark said he's got Grasso winning by decision. I think the only way Grasso loses is if Macy just goes crazy and manages to clip her and rock her. Yeah. I mean, I keep seeing that play out. Like I got to see Grasso commit though, man. I don't know about you, but I got to see Grasso have that killer instinct. Can anyone remember a fight where Grasso got rocked? Was really on stage. Uh, did she get rocked in the? Carla didn't rock her too, did she? I know Tatiana put the beating on her, but I can't remember if she got rocked in a fight. Like who rocked her? off the top, I can't. Let me see. I don't really see. No, I don't think she's. I can't really say she fought anybody with powerful hands that could really hurt her though. Cause her resume ain't that deep as far as like heavy-handed strikers. So. Ernest said Grasso never gets rocked. I think she would. I think Macy definitely got the power. You got to remember it's a step up to 125 against a girl with known power. It could definitely happen in this fight. That's what I mean. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Mark. I was talking about that. I was saying that earlier that she keeps her hands high. And the thing was, I was like, I don't know if she moves her head enough though. Like, she's got the hands high defense where I think somebody like Macy could hit her on the guard and it do some damage. Like you would feel the impact if it hits your hands. I think that she has that type of power. Okay, yeah, Mark. Yeah, like you said, Mark, you've seen a lot of her fights. You never seen her rock. Yeah, like when I go back and look at her resume, I don't see anybody on there with like great hands, or great skill that was gonna really like hurt her. Heather Joe Clark. Let's see, she lost to Felice Herrig. Felice Herrig, not really like a hard hitter. Yeah, Tatiana Suarez was gonna take her to the ground and muscle her. So yeah, I don't really see any of them like hurting her. So BJ, you said Kim did? Kim rock Grasso, huh? I gotta look at this right now then. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch these fights anyway because I want to go back and do my breakdown and see what happened. So I just want to see this moment. I know Jinyu Kim was like big, long, and just putting that pressure on her. She was putting like a lot of pressure on her. Okay, let's see here. So here's the thing, like the thing I do notice, like even in this Jinyu Kim fight right off top, is okay, like she's not getting rocked, right? She doesn't get rocked, but you're taking punches. You're taking a lot of punches. She got hit with a big left hook there by Jinyu Kim, knocked her back. You don't want to take shots like that from Macy Barber. She gives out a good 1-2, but Jinyu Kim is in motion with them heavy hands. Imagine if Macy comes back with like heavy hands like that. So I don't know. I don't think her head movement is better for off. You said head movement is better for offense than defense. Like, yeah, it should be better for her offense because her head is so much on the line when she's throwing and she's coming forward that she's getting hit a lot. Yeah, Stammer. Yeah, she shells up a lot. Like she needs to weave more. Keeps her chin down, and she definitely keeps them hands pinned to the chin, but the head is right there. So that's another dangerous thing. If Macy's coming forward, she knows that the head is always going to be on that line. So if she throws in that same spot, the head is always going to be there. That's the dangerous part. Mark said, I wonder about Alexa Grasso's Mexican spirit getting roused up in the mix of all of which make her brawl with Barber. That would be a mistake. Exactly. because she was kind of brawling with Jinyu Kim here. She's kind of brawling with Jinyu Kim a little bit, man, and I don't want to see that. Yeah, I'm just looking at some footage right now of the fight, and I'm looking at like she'll throw a 1-2, throw her hands up and back straight up, instead of like slipping when you throw a jab and throw a 1-2, dip out lateral. She'll throw her hands up, and sometimes I think maybe the hands are blocking like some of her peripheral from seeing like a left hook come. I mean, she's dishing out nice punches, but one blockbuster or two from Maycee Barber could change things. Nice. She throws some nice body punches too here and there. Yeah, but yeah, I don't want to see her trade. Like, let's put it this way: the way she's fighting Jinyu Kim right here, you can't fight Maycee Barber like this. You can't fight Maycee like this. Let's just put it that way. It is stamina. Like, their search function be like making a vein pop in my head, man. Like, I can't. I'm having that same problem. I was trying to pull up one of Molly McCann or Laura Procopio's fights, right? And every time I would hit search, it would bring me back to the home page. I was like, what's going on, man? Like, I don't know if like their links aren't like the links ain't working, some of this stuff, but like their search function, it'll pull up some stuff, but yeah, it's really not, it's not on point, man. Yeah, I thought it was just me. I thought it was just my device I was using, because I was using my Xbox, and the app on my Xbox just kept like going right back to the home page, man. I got it on my phone. I don't know. Sometimes it works on my phone though. Yeah, they gotta, they need to fix this app. I thought it was just me, man. Hold on. Alexa's technique could be what pulls her through. I feel Maycee's kind of chinny. Yeah, man. Like, I think Maycee's definitely chinny. I think whenever somebody comes in with good punching power and good precise shots, they can do damage on her. She really just can't. Alexa just cannot approach this fight like the Jinyu Kim fight at all. Too much trading in there. Long reach. Was catching Alexa Grasso with some good left hooks, man. Let me see. What is Maycee Barber's reach anyway? I want to see that. Hold on. Let's see. Maycee Barber. Man, Alexa Grasso actually got the longer reach here, about an inch. They're both 5'4", and 66 inch reach for Grasso, Barber 65. So yeah, I think she could get a full, good full extension off her jab and just work and use her speed. Don't trade. It showed up when I searched for Kim, but not. I know, man. That's, yeah, it does that. You gotta be specific with the names, man. Stretch. Okay. Mark said not only the technique, I think coming up from 115, Grasso is going to have a speed advantage over Barber. Yeah, I think she definitely going to have a speed advantage. And then you just got to factor in that, Maycee might be a little slower on that leg too. So I think, injured or not, Maycee would still be slower than Alexa in this fight. So Alexa has to use every bit of that speed to her advantage. Don't go in there and try to stay longer than you need to, throwing 2 or 3 shots, 3 or 4 shots. Throw 1 or 2 and get out. I'm gonna pull up a Macy fight here real quick. I just want to compare like this technique to real quick, because it's like I don't see like great technique in there that's gonna win her the fight. I just see a lot of power and bulldog strength coming in. No, sorry, I'm just kind of looking at something here. This fight, I'm looking at one approach she's taking in like this Colleen fight on the Contender Series, and I see like Macy just like with the underhooks, and she's just like bull rushing, and she's using her head. She's using that head. That's a dangerous place for Alexa to be. When she was on a Contender Series, was she fighting it? Hold on, 115. Yes, yeah. Contender Series, she was at 115. She looked pretty fast at 115. Macy, she's throwing like some nice head kicks, and she is looking a little bit more nimble here. She's trying different things too, Okay, if Macy is light on the feet, Macy we saw against Aldridge, then that's a problem. But if it's a slow Macy we saw in the Robertson and Roxy fight, Alexa wins. Robert Henry, what's going on? Kim's striking technique is so unique. Not particularly quick or accurate, but the one she lands a rattler. Yeah, like I like them type of punches, man. Like Kim's punching, her striking is like, it's this type of like timing, and it looks so slow, but they connect, man. Like it's not fast, but it's just like knock you back. Like she was landing her left hook and her right hand on Alexa Grasso, very impressive shots. So yeah, Macy's like look pretty decent at 115 though. But let's look at her at 125 real quick. I don't know, man. This is just gonna be a good fight. Like both of these fights, these flyweight fights, you really can't like just say, "Oh, this person's gonna win." That's what's making them good, As much as BJ feels like Jillian's gonna win this fight, he's not 100% confident in that. In this Macy Alexa fight, I don't know, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, these are gonna be good fights. These are gonna be good fights for real. Let's see. I don't know who do y'all got in. I want to go back and look at this fight too. Poliana Viana and Mallory Martin. I think that's gonna be a good one, man. Poliana needs a big win here. Mallory Martin, I think she's still growing. Very tough. Very tough on the ground, but I still think she has room to grow. So I'm kind of leaning towards Mallory Martin, because Mallory has that killer instinct that we be talking about. You know, Mark Robertson said Alexa better stay out of the clinch too. If not, she's likely to get some hard elbows. Yeah, I was looking at Macy's fight in the clinch, man, and she be using that head to control fighters, man. Like, she's not like just she's just not a fighter that's going to grab you. So I got to give Macy a little bit more credit here. Just looking at her fight, like, okay, maybe she doesn't have the striking technique, but she does have some good inside moves here. Yeah, like, I like this. Like, Macy is not just grabbing the underhooks to grab you and just sit there. Like, she's pushing your head, she's pushing you back with her head, and she's throwing elbows, you know. Yeah. That's a place, yeah, she don't want to be. That's another, that's definitely gonna keep, that's gonna be a key to victory that I'm gonna have to put in my list here, man, because Macy is really pressing. And that's how you got to stop a fast fighter, right, Mark? I mean, you got to be in that clinch, man. You got to go in there and close in. Yeah, all these fights are pretty good, I think. I think Viana versus Mallory Martin, that's going to be an interesting fight. I can't call that fight. Poliana got to win this fight to me. You know, I haven't really seen her as active. When was her last fight? What was Poliana's last fight? Not Bellator, but Viana. Yeah. Her last fight was back in August. Okay. She submitted Emily Whitmire. And before that, she lost to Veronica Macedo, Hannah Cyphers, and JJ Aldrich. All three back to back. So let's be honest. Poliana Viana has to win this fight, even though she broke the losing streak. She's definitely got to win this fight. Emily Whitmire, that was a win, but you know she's got to keep it going. Damn, she lost 3 in a row to Aldrich, Cyphers, and Macedo. Then, of course, Mallory Martin, she beat Hannah Cyphers. I think Murphy Barber is a good matchup. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Oh yeah, speaking of Murphy, yeah, man, maybe her and JoJo will fight. You know, it seems like when she called her out, she kind of acknowledged that call out. So hopefully they do get a fight going, right? Hopefully this fight is a title eliminator. I just want to see one of these flyweights get a title shot now. You know, Murphy or JoJo Calderwood, you know, don't blow it this time. You know, just go in there and get it. Get the title eliminator, then go straight for the belt. You'll get your chance. Yeah, Biana versus Mallory Martin. This is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a good competitive fight too, man. Because you got 2 young fighters here. Mallory Martin, I think her killer instinct, yeah, is something that Alexa Grasso needs. You know, Mallory Martin, she's still going in there trying to win. I mean, her loss against Verna Jandarova, that's kind of a given, the way they took her approach to the ground. Like, Verna Jandarova just went in, settled in, got her, and got the back, and she choked her out, you know. I think Mallory Martin is kind of like, well, she's not like Macy Barber, but her and Macy, they kind of have the same kind of killer instinct. And surprisingly, Mallory Martin and Macy Barber have fought before as strawweight. You know, they fought before. So Macy and Mallory, they do kind of have that go get 'em attitude in there. Yeah, but like we were saying, yeah, I think all these calls are hard to pick. I mean, I can pick if I want. You know, I'll go in and say, okay, I feel like this person has it together. I can say they can win, but I like just going in with the fight like this and just having that tension and just never knowing what's really going to happen, man. Like Miranda versus Jillian, man. Yeah, a lot favors Miranda, but we never know what could happen. We never know what could happen. We know Miranda's gonna win, I guess. Yeah. All right. Yeah, BJ. I know you convinced me. Miranda's gonna win this fight, BJ. It's just inevitable. It's inevitable, man. Macy versus Alexa. Really, really good fight, man. What is this push? Let me ask y'all this. Like, what? Last question for tonight, too, before I go. Like, if Alexa wins this fight, like, will this push her into the top 10? Y'all think about that? Like, we were talking about that earlier, Stamina. Like you said, she's undeserving at number 15. So, dang, a win over Macy's going to have her at either number 11 or number 10, huh? With that win, is that enough to say she's top 10 material? What do y'all think? Mark Robertson, you're a fan. What do you think? Is that going to make her a legit contender? A legit top 10 fighter that's going to give some of these other fighters trouble? What do you think? So you're looking at the rankings up. Yeah. Yeah, because I forgot. Man. I had forgot because, yeah, she was unranked. I had forgot she broke into the top 15. I mean, there's just been some shifting, but, that shifting pushed her in the top 15 by default sort of way. So I'm just trying to figure that out. Like, will that push her in there? Oh, Robert, the Bellator news is coming. Well, the announcement is an announcement of an announcement. Um, 4 p.m. tomorrow, Robert, is the press conference that Scott Coker they're holding. So yeah, tune in to Bellator's YouTube channel at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow they're going to be talking about the April 9th card. I don't know who's on the April 9th card yet. So they're either talking about the April 9th card or beyond that. They're going to be talking about a 2021 schedule possibly. So yeah, it'll be live streaming tomorrow on their channel, BJ. I mean, Robert. I'm just hoping it's a Velasquez Killholz fight, As Grasso moves up in the rankings, the ground fighters emerge. We know that's been her kryptonite in the past, and could well be again with bigger, heavier women. Yeah, man. Are you serious, Marcus? She was ranked number 14. Why do I keep getting the feeling that she was unranked? She was ranked 14 when she beat Kim. Damn. Mark said it's weird. I want to say that she should be in the top 10, but seeing Antonina at number 14 makes me double think. I think that could be a hard fight for Alexa. Yeah, I actually think Antonina should be ranked higher in any regard. Like I just feel like Antonina, even through her losses, has shown some more promise than Alexa because she's been in the flyweight division for so long. Yeah. If she beats if Alexa beats Macy, there's really nothing I guess we can say. She probably will get that top 10 spot. I honestly gotta wonder how Macy, not let Macy. I gotta wonder how Alexa would do against a Jillian Robertson, myself, or Montana. Like, how do y'all think that would go? because we're talking about her fighting some ground fighters, even heavier ground fighters. Like, how would Alexa versus Montana or De La Rosa go? I mean, I know BJ's answer to that, but I mean, I want to know y'all's answer. Some of y'all, how do y'all think Alexa would handle like a big wrestler like Montana or something like that? Even on that level, that's not even top 10. TJ said, has Shevchenko really done enough to be ranked? It's really hard to say, man. Like, that's a good question, though. I mean, like, really, like, the biggest fights she had, she lost, you know, like to Roxanne and Caitlyn. Uh, yeah, rankings are kind of a joke, though, man. Like, cause me, honestly, like, I think that I still think Jillian Robertson should have been knocked out of the top 15 off of one loss to Taylor. You know, I mean, Andrea Lee's still holding down the number 11 spot, and then she's on a 3-fight losing streak. So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, the rankings don't make sense, man. Marcus said Alexa will hit Montana in her nose. BJ said Montana, same way Tatiana did. I mean, I can't really. Let me see. I can't really make a big argument there. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like Montana versus Alexa, that's still to be seen. Like how she handles something like that. Huh. Mark said Alexa is going to have it tough when she goes up against the bigger girls like Chikagan and Calderwood, or the more stocky ones like Maya or even Jessica. For real, man. I mean, you ain't lying, man. Like, think, man. Like, Calderwood can take punches. She'll do that, but she's got the power. But I mean, when you talking about like Jennifer Maya, like Jennifer Maya is very physical, man. Like, Jennifer Maya can box too, Mark. Like Jennifer Maya, she's got hands too, and she's got power. So somebody like Jennifer Maya versus Alexa would be good, man. That would be a good fight. I mean, I would really start to favor Maya in that fight just because it's um, the skill set, the size, the strength. But that would be her test. That'd be her ultimate test there, man. Robert Henry said, I think Grasso would beat both. Think that has the best chance of upsetting her. At least at my gut feeling right now. Stamina said, I wouldn't argue for her if Shevchenko wasn't ranked. She's 3-2. I care less about that than Alexa being 1-0 at 125, or Nico being 0-1 at 135. Things like that bug me. Yeah, that's the thing where we lose faith in the ranking system. When you have Nico in there, or Alexa in the number 15 with 1-0, like, again, I make that argument. Jillian Robertson has more wins. Just came off of 2 good wins. I mean, before the Taylor Santos fight, loses that and she's gone. I think she should still be higher than Grasso right now. That's just me, and I'm sure BJ agrees with that. I mean, yeah, for real, right? Oh, if she wasn't going to be knocked out of the rankings, who would she take? I mean, Jillian, you could rank over. You could rank her over Alexa Grasso. So yeah, she should definitely have her ranking at least, right? Like I said, I would rank Jillian Robertson over Alexa Grasso right now. So she should have her ranking, or hmm, Antonina's. What do y'all think? Should she be in Antonina's spot? Can you make that argument? I mean, that's just me. If I'm looking at it right now, like Jillian Robertson should probably be where Alexa is at number 15, or possibly number 14. I mean, you could argue that Jillian could be over Antonita and Alexa. I mean, definitely Alexa, but yeah, like Antonita, that'd be interesting. Now, as I'm saying, you match them up. Like, you might have to say, I put Jillian Robertson number 14 and 15, and Alexa should probably still be unranked. You know, I like Alexa, man, but I mean, as far as like wins in the flyweight division, she should still be out of the top 15 for now, and maybe drop Antonita to number 15. Maybe Jillian should be over her. TJ said easy work. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's going to keep her out of it. That's what's going to keep her out of the top 15. Miranda, I keep forgetting. Yeah. Yeah. After 3 losses to 3 top 10 fighters for Andrea Lee, she should be a little lower than number 11. She should be a little lower than number 11. That's just me. I mean, if you lost to 3, it should keep knocking you down like maybe 1 to 2 spots to 3 spots because you're not performing. I could see Jillian beating Andrea Lee though. I could see that. That was going to be a good fight. I could see Jillian doing that. I mean, it's going to be competitive, but I could see her doing something in that fight. Stamina said Davis, Lee, maybe Antonina. Yeah, G-Rob shouldn't have been replaced by Grasso. Because, like, as soon as I saw her leave, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, how do you knock somebody out that didn't even go on, like, a bad losing streak? That went on, like, a 3 or 4 fight losing streak? Yeah, Montana was dropped from the rankings. I mean, Taylor Santos in there. There goes our stream again, acting up. Come on back, come on. There you go. Keep circling, damn. All right, back. All right. Mark Robertson said, real question, isn't Roxanne kind of terrible? No hate, but I'm not impressed with her striking at all, and she seems a bit slowpoke to me. Yeah, she is, I won't say terrible, because she continues to keep that spot. And she may be slow, man, but she be hitting, though. Like, she be connecting. You know, she holds that spot down. Yeah, TJ said she wins just enough to stay credible. You know, not enough to win a title shot, or she won't call out Valentina though. You know, so I don't know, but yeah, you got to give her credit, man. Like, I won't see. Yeah, she definitely can't say she's terrible because she did beat Macy and she beat Antonina and she beat Andrea Lee. She's beating a lot of people, so I know, like, she's fighting while she's legally blind. I mean, she's in there like blinking and still fighting, you know. Yeah, Mark, definitely watch more of her fights. Like, you might not like her style, but she's really frustrating, and she like really gets the job done sometimes, man. I'm just like, okay, well, I guess she does hold down some type of spot because nobody's gotten her out of there yet. Yeah, Viviane Araújo made her look bad. Lauren Murphy made her look bad. She might be in a position right now where she's kind of showing it now. I mean, if you got the skill and the youth over her, you're gonna make her look bad. But we need to stop talking about Marcus Bell, his favorite fighter, man. Roxanne is his favorite fighter, man. I'm gonna stop talking, Marcus. Do you like? Look at this pattern, man. I'm looking at Roxanne's pattern. It's win, loss, win, loss. That's how she holds it down. Let's go back 3 years. She loses to Nico, beats Barb, loses to Sarge, beats Antonina, loses to Jennifer Maya, beats Macy Barber, loses to Lauren Murphy, beats Andrea Lee, loses to Vivian Araujo. So it looks like she's scheduled for a win. I think Roxanne is scheduled for a win. I don't know against who, but whoever she's going to fight, she's beating. Because that's her pattern for the past 3 years. Going on 4. BJ says she started banging. Yeah, she was banging and blinking, boy. Banging and blinking. She said the colors are right there. The thick hue is right there. It's time to start letting the hands go. I know, yeah, like I told you, man, like he wanted me to break this record down. He wants me to talk about Roxanne. This is as deep as we gonna go today, man. We ain't gonna break it down no more, Marcus. I mean, you gonna have to watch fights on your own time. You're gonna have to watch them fights on your own time. You know, go back and watch that win-lose pattern there. You know. Yeah, she lost a lot of fights in a row before, boy. She was on, you know, like a 6 fight losing streak, but she came right back. Oh, I didn't know, TJ. I didn't know. I thought it was Roxanne. I didn't know he was partial to Lauren. Dang. Okay. All right. I mean, they both fought, so I know he watched that fight. I know he watched that fight, man. Roxanne versus Lauren Murphy. Damn. Okay. It's all good though. Yeah, man. But I'm about to get up out of here. Yeah, BJ, I'm gonna tune into that Thursday, man. Your Leah Letson interview. Yeah, so we got some good stuff coming up, man. This is gonna be a good fight week, and I got some videos that drop tomorrow and Wednesday. So yeah, looks like WMMA been picking up. A lot more talk's been going down. You know, hopefully Bellator is gonna announce some good fights tomorrow for the women. So yeah. But let me know, guys. You know, what y'all think of the fights in the comment section. If you didn't get on tonight, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna let Marcus go watch his 2 favorite fighters. I'm gonna go back and watch some fights tonight too, man. Just kind of chill out and see what's going on. But yeah, shout out to the chat and everybody. Make sure y'all subscribe. Like always, I'm about to get up out, get something to eat. Real quick, you gonna have to put your Roxy video deep dives this week. I didn't know those were his favorite fighters, man. Marcus, man, for real. But all right, y'all. If y'all didn't check out the interview too with Sam Hughes, check that out. It was a pretty good interview. You know, shout out to Sam Hughes. You know, she was pretty chill. We just kind of talked about some of her next moves. Let me see here. Hold on one second, y'all. Marcus thought Sam Hughes was Hannah Cyphers again when I had her on, man. Do you share a prescription with don't make me go there. I ain't even gonna say it. Do you share a prescription with that's all I'm gonna say. Like, do you not see Sam that was not Sam Hughes and not Hannah Cyphers? Who do you share your prescription for your glasses with? That's all I'm gonna say. Marcus is seeing in colors too. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You that's the second time you said that. You said you thought it was Hannah Cybers. And the name is right there, Marcus. It says Sam Hughes. But I ain't gonna blame you, man. I know why. You said it again, man. I know exactly why. I know exactly why. I see you've been hanging out with. Yeah, you've been watching too many of her fights. That's what it is. But all right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, and I don't know. I might be back on tomorrow. Who knows? Cause that's how we grind. Do your videos in braille from now on. I got to, man. I'm gonna have to. That's what it seems like from here on. All right, y'all. Like always, make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Peace.